Okay, I think we're all good. I almost started like the intro without pressing go live, but we're here now. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. We've got some stuff to talk about today. There's been an update with the whole Reckless Ben situation. Ethan got him on just right before a big update, so they're probably going to talk about it at least a little bit today. So we'll get a little look at that. But it is time to get quazy as always, and I do actually have a fun poll ready for us. Let me see what it is today. It is, a portal appears under your bathroom sink. What's your next move? Do you go through immediately? Do you lock it away forever? Do you research it for weeks? Or do you go to the news before entering? So what are you doing? What's your next move? Let's start the poll. Something a little fun, something a little wacky. Oh, my hair was gonna get cut off. I need to get a haircut soon. It's getting too tall. That's how I feel. Just like the music. So it's time to get started. We have some Instagram posts. I'm going to try something else that's a little bit different than what I usually do, because I've been watching my task manager, watching my memory usage. And a lot of the times when I have like, you know, a billion windows or a billion tabs open, it usually slows us down a little bit. And I think that causes possibly some buffering issues, but I don't know if that's always the issue. So I'm going to try and pull them up one by one. So I have the Instagram posts ready to go, and then I have the Reddit posts in a different tab group. But happy Pride Month, everybody. It's Pride Month now. And to kick off Pride Month, we have a little joke here from Argus Hamilton. Learning a lot living in West Hollywood.
I'm always glad when Gay Pride Month is over. I can finally get back to banging chicks again. It's a long month, isn't it, guys? This last June, I learned that if you are sexually attracted to men and women, but they are not attracted to you, then you are by yourself. I'm always glad.
He's not wrong. I guess you could say that they're truly bi-curious at that point, you know? No experience, it's all just hopes and thoughts. Happy Pride. Oh, I didn't realize the clown emoji works as well, because it has the rainbow hair. Perfect. But yes, just a little joke to kick it off. Nothing too special. Speaking of clowns, this year marked the 80th anniversary of the annual Grimaldi Church service. I unfortunately couldn't afford the train fare this year, but I had so much fun last year I wanted to share this video again. Go and follow Clowns International for more info. So I guess we'll check this out and go see. But I never see you at the club. Okay, I never see you at Clown Church. And this made me think, do I need to start a religion? Tax write-offs sound like a good idea. We can do puppet theater. We can do sermons that are just you know, people giving discussions about topics that they like. But we'll make it purposeful, you know what I mean? We'll figure out the way to make the clown religion something real. We'll bring it to a reality one day, because this is only once a year. Here, let's see Clowns International. I need to give them a follow. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, wait. When the clowns went to church. Start a real clown church. I'm sure you could do it. You're already there, Cap. I've been at clown church my whole life. Preach.
Every year, clowns from all over the world gather in the All Saints Church to celebrate the annual clown service. Now, since 1946, clowns have come to Haggerston in London to honour Joseph Grimaldi, who is known as the King of Clowns. Grimaldi was a famous British 19th century performer who globally transformed clowning. His white face makeup and his physical comedy really helped shape the clown into the fully formed character that we know it as today. So if you picture a clown like this in your head, Grimaldi's the reason why. It was so lush seeing so many colourful costumes on a dreary day in Haggerston. And honestly, the different age ranges, the different makeup looks and the different costumes were just so incredible. There were loads of photographers there, it was packed with the general public, and this was before we even entered the church. The service itself is organised by Clowns International, who are the world's oldest clown organisation, founded by magician Stan Bolt in 1947. This was the 80th annual Grimaldi service, which takes place around Grimaldi's birthday every year. So the pews in the All Saints Church were absolutely packed. There were clowns everywhere, there were people everywhere, clowns were getting up to perform, and we also had a traditional church service where
I'm realizing this music might get me claimed, but I mean, it's too far gone now. It was something beautiful, though. It's got me bobbing.
we sang hymns and remembered clowns that had passed. Clowns got up and did speeches, and we learned all about the history of clowning, and obviously all about Joseph Grimaldi.
Man, I need to wait till next year and go. Get really good at my ventriloquism. Go in a really nice suit, like I'm ready to go to church, but then bring my clown puppet. And then only speak through him the entire day.
Clowns International also had their clown egg collection on display. The clown egg collection copyrights each clown's individual look.
Is it like a really high detail?
Learning about the history of clowning has been such a bizarre...
Because I've heard that before. Like, I knew that that's how, like, when you have a clown look, you have one specific look that is yours. And then you can copyright it in that way by putting it on these eggs. But I didn't know they were that detailed.
And unique experience, and
I think I learned that from Steve-O.
this was just such an incredible
Not like in person, but in a video.
way to celebrate the performance of clowning and, of course, Joseph Grimaldi.
Big ups clowns. Big ups Lord Babylon. Someone said, bro thinks he's Gary Tumnus. You know, it's funny because people are coming around and finding all of these gems. They're starting to become more and more popular. Lord Babylon's been popular for a long time. I just saw Papa Gut made some video. I don't know if it was like a reaction to a video dissecting Lord Babylon or what, but I don't know how much there is to actually talk about Lord Babylon when his content is literally just this.
You're not telling every single hotel you stay at that is your anniversary with your missus, then you're an idiot.
Or I can tell them the anniversary of when I put my foot in your ass. You fuck.
Tell us the date. When did this happen? Please, Babylon, please. Please, Brandon Palmieri.
This is how you know your woman doesn't respect you.
I hate when that happens.
Y'all see that? It's like a flow. Looking like a school of fish. Somebody in my jacket.
You are not getting laid by this fucking video, dude. You're not. So I'm 18 years old.
No, don't lie to me, Lord Babylon. You're not 18 years old.
And I'm gonna go into my local Target. I'm gonna dance like a fucking idiot in the aisle. And then I'm gonna press record. And hopefully that'll get me some pussy. Bro, no fucking female sitting home watching this shit and thinking, I want this man to explore my insides. No
This took a wild turn.
fucking females getting their drawers in a knot over shit like this. Because if I was your father, I'd fucking beat your ass with a bell.
Why are you so angry, Lord Babylon? Calm down. We get it. You're the alpha. You don't need to keep putting us in our place. The cadence, the inflection. What do you mean? The power? The dominion he claims with his voice alone? This one had music playing over it. Gotta be quick with the unmute. The only problem a man should ever bring... Oh, wait, I didn't have time to read it because I was talking. The only problem a man should ever bring into your life is too many flowers to carry. Wow, look. Those so many flowers.
I agree. And you know what she's gonna give you in return? Her posting close-ups of her ass while in the gym. You're welcome.
Interesting. Lord Fat Chud says he agrees that the only problem a man should bring is too many flowers, but suggests a woman's exchange is posting her butt pics. Is he advocating for more butt pics on Instagram, or is he advocating for more male-on-male homosexual behavior? Let's discuss. Let's have a conversation this beautiful Pride Month. Is Lord Babylon actually a LGBTQ activist? Lord Fart Chud. Sorry, did I say Fat Chud? Did I read it wrong? Oh no, all the comments are gone. Babylon, no. Lord Fart Chud. Sorry. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, you know. It doesn't work with the Babylon naming convention. We don't want him. we push away Lord Babylon. Go find your kingdom elsewhere. And he will. And he hashtag Andrew Tate. Lord Fart Chud getting jacked to annihilate voids with the flick of a finger. Lord Fart Chad incoming. I don't know where. I didn't know that was like a new nickname they came up for him. I just realized he's wearing an Andrew Tate t-shirt that's printed off center. He like got this at the flea market. Oh, that's great. Keep it up, Babylon. We love to see it. Got a possible lead on a job? Please cross your fingers for me. Crossing my fingers, knocking on wood. Send a message to Lord Babylon. He'll give you a great motivational speech, I'm sure. But now we have your local vapists. This the intro for my animated comedy about a New England vape shop. What do you like? What do you dislike? I want to improve. Oh, that's Leo. And that's Joel. Whoa, it's Chaz and Mr. Gus. Whoa, your local vapists. Crazy title. Work on the animation a little bit. See, here's the thing. Is I just wish I had like I wish I had the. I'm trying to be as polite as possible. I wish I had this level of confidence. Because I think I am a terrible artist. I know I'm not the worst. But like I wish I had the confidence to create something like this and be like, my animated show. Because I've had concepts for shows for like a long time. I've done a lot of world building and stuff like that, but you know, putting those characters together, drawing up an image, never been my forte. But maybe I need to work with your local vapists. I'll start writing for his show. Someone pointed out, I love how you can tell who is supposed to be each smiling friend. I'm pretty sure they replied to this. Believe it or not, it wasn't intentional. Yeah, bro, it's like smiling friends, but they run a vape shop. And then they put a laughing, crying emoji. That's the thing, is you got to think outside the box. We saw your Burger Man, Cap. We know you're good. That's what I mean, though, is I put that out when I was like 10, I think. Here, we'll pull it up again for those who don't know. Can't dox myself real quick. Like, how old was I? The heavy breathing. Yes, I had just turned 10. I had just turned 10 years old.
I'm Burger Man. Burger powers activate. Yeah, I'm a burger. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm a burger. Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Burger. My pants turn blue. Oh my God, it's fake man boobs. Well, I guess wait, you're a jerk. I'm gonna eat you. He's gonna eat me and he has man boobs. Don't eat me. Lord, please help me. Oh my God. Munch. To be continued. Just kidding. That was good.
Great audio. Great great voice acting. The beginning of my voice acting career. A lot to say, a lot to see. What can I say? Sorry, I'm closing something else on the side. There. It's way better than the stuff I was making at that age. Hey, you know, I was doing like subversion of expectations. You know, oh, the guy's gonna eat the burger. No, the burger ate the guy. You know, it's stuff like that. A little bit of edgy humor as well. You know, we're talking about cannibalism here. He was a burger, but that was a man that ate another human being. You know, we don't talk about that part in the Burger Man lore as much. Asdiv movie vibes. You also know the Nigahiga influence with the just kidding outro reversal. You saw that? You know, I was just taking inspiration from the goats. And maybe your local vapists can do the same. It was my debut. You're so right. But now we have to listen to MadMarkTV official. Did you know that the Equal Rights Amendment of 1972 was never ratified? Check out Season 2, Episode 4 of Who Are the Aliens? The History of the Anunnaki on Planet Earth. Now live on YouTube and Spotify. Hashtag Anunnaki, hashtag aliens, hashtag awakening, hashtag GTA 6, hashtag Fallout 4. I love Mad Mark. I also realized the only people following Mad Mark that I follow, it's me and Stardust. Me and Stardust are the only ones following MadMarkTV.
About black Americans. Geez, there's some people that have been shit on since day one here in America. And don't say that they now have equal rights in this country, because did you know that the Equal Rights Amendment of 1972 was never ratified? And even if they did have equal rights, they most certainly do not have equal opportunities in many states. And guess what? You can have as many rights as you want, but without the opportunities to make your life better, you're still screwed. Want to learn more? Watch full episodes of my show on YouTube or Spotify. Links can be found at www.madmarktv.com.
Mad Mark was kind of spitting some facts there, actually. Maybe we need to hear a little bit more from him. Mad Mark, please continue.
He contacted me with distress in his voice. "There is turmoil in the heavens," he screamed. Marduk contacted me from the way station on Lamu, Mars. Strong winds are kicking up here, causing damaging dust storms, he informed me. And all hell is breaking loose in the asteroid belt. Meteor showers began bombarding both the Earth and its moon, as well as Lamu, Mars, causing deep scars to appear on all three. Want to learn more?
It's just like, I didn't learn anything. What do you mean learn more? Come on, Mark. Hashtag GTA 6.
A wonder of wonders to behold, they shouted. Your hands have made it. The Ijiji were the most excited of all of them because they knew that their toil in the mines was now coming to an end. Back in the Abzu, as the human children grew to adulthood, we began to notice a problem. They were mating, but there was no conceiving among the females. Ningazita built a camouflaged blind area nearby where he could observe them in secret. Want to learn more?
The wanna learn more outro gets me every time. I think that's new. I don't remember Mark having that. Did he clip like every minute of this podcast? Look at this. These are clearly from the same episode. It's not just like, oh yeah, it's the same shirt, just different clips. Look at this. MadMark reposted this. The Children of Yakub. Just Anunnaki things.
So tonight, do not merely go to bed. Go to creation. Because if you listen well, you will not awaken to the same life that you left. Night is not an intermission between days. It is the unseen half of creation. While the body sleeps, the mind continues to labor. The conscious guard retires, but the subconscious worker never closes his eyes. He obeys the last command you give him before sleep. You are programming your destiny every night, whether you know it or not. Want to learn more? Watch full episodes of my show on YouTube or Spotify.
I want to go to MadMarkTV.com real quick. This is the home of MadMarkTV, featuring the new show about who are the aliens, the history of the Anunnaki on planet Earth. Who is piloting the UAPs or UFOs constantly seen in our skies? Modeling his merch. Looking good, brother, looking good. A true Anunnaki, as we can see. You can contact him too. Make sure to send him an email. How do I get to the show? Just this one? This is the newest.
Or do they have more sinister motives? Join MadMark as he uncovers the answers. Join MadMark as he uncovers the answers to these questions and many more of the mysteries that puzzle us all on who.
MadMark clearly uses a ton of AI, but I think this is him doing this like little advertisement bit, this little like voiceover. And honestly, he could be a voice actor. His voice is really good. I'd be surprised if he wasn't already. This feels like some long bit, like this is some super deep bit, but it's just not big enough to really like help with that theory. Like, how big is he on Instagram? I think on TikTok he's bigger. But like, he only has 60,000 followers on here. Getting the. Why can't I sort? Not giving me the option to sort. Weird. But shout out MadMark. You can go check it out on your own. We can move on. MadMark at it again, talking about the Anunnaki. What's his most popular video? See, his most popular videos from a year ago, the history of the Anunnaki on planet Earth show. This is just a promo too, and it only has 8,000 views.
I believe that this is the single most important information in the history
Is it a costume, Mark? Is that what this is to you? I expect to see you in the grocery store wearing these fits. If I don't see you in the grocery store wearing this exact outfit, then how do I know you're genuinely a believer? To be fair, like this hat and shirt combo are still pretty insane.
Mankind, because not only did this happen in our ancient past, but I believe it's still going on. Who are the aliens? The history of the Anunnaki on planet Earth. The new
Oh my god, is this real UFO footage? This is so good.
Podcast and YouTube show presented by MadMarkTV. These Sumerian texts were written thousands of years before the Bible. You know, if you want to discover the truth about a historical topic, you go back to the earliest known source of information, and they are it. Links to all of these can be found at the all-new MadMarkTV.com. I can't believe that there is anybody who wouldn't want to know this information. I mean, sure, you could remain ignorant. Ignorance is bliss, right? But knowledge is power. That's Who Are the Aliens? The history of the Anunnaki on planet Earth. Don't miss a second of it.
I feel like that promo ended like 4 times within that minute. Like he kept going like, so go check it out. And then it would continue. But here's a little something from Androgenic. You know, they talk about clavicular all the time. He's been out of the news as well, but we don't hear about Androgenic enough. And here's what Androgenic had to say about the body positivity movement.
As a looks maxer, what do I think about the body positivity movement? I think it's a load of fucking. I think the body positivity movement does a good thing in promoting self-love. I think even if you're overweight, ugly, there's literally nothing that comes from hating yourself.
I do love the way he described it, though. Even if you're an ugly, fat, stupid, disgusting, repulsive individual, you should still love yourself. You know, shout out Androgenic. It's a woke take if I've ever heard one. I mean, I get the point that he's trying to make, and it is a good point. He's just saying that, like, and he gets to it, that, like, self-improvement and bettering yourself shouldn't come from a point of hatred. And I think that is like the issue with a lot of the looks maxing ideology with people like Clavicular, who Androgenic is friends with. So it's like, I don't know how you're going to try and push like a positivity when that's clearly not the basis of looks maxing.
Accept negative outcomes. I think ultimately we should strive to improve ourselves, but that doesn't have to come from a place of hatred. Like if you have a child and that child is a drug addict and they're unathletic and they're not doing well in school, obviously you are still going to love that child, but you're going to try and reinforce positive encouragement for them to do better, get off drugs, you know, try harder in school, maybe pick up a sport. Trying to improve something does not mean that you cannot love it as well. I love the way I look and I still want to look better, and I love the way I am and I still want to be a better person. It's that simple. As a looks max.
Honestly, fair point. Like, out of all the things all the looks maxers have said, all of the, you know, ways that they've presented themselves, I did think that that was at least somewhat commendable, because it's like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to be just promoting self-improvement in any case, you should at least explain that self-improvement shouldn't be like coming from like a state of self-hatred, because that isn't going to improve you at all. I freaking hate graffiti and I'm a stupid chud. Me too. Me when I scribble. See, I like graffiti when it's good. The problem is most people aren't like actually like graffiti artists. They're just taggers. And so they're just throwing up tags. And that's the problem. I don't hate graffiti, I hate tagging. Which I get, it depends on the, whatever, it doesn't matter. Moving on. What do we think of this? This only had 1,000 likes. I couldn't get past, I tried to scroll down a bit. All the comments are just stuff like this. Hello, I'm a 30 years old PDF file from Israel, and I enjoyed this joke from the apartment of Tel Aviv, which is paid off by American taxpayer money. And it's like, okay, this one's just a joke. You see this joke repeated a lot on Instagram. It's crazy, but they are clearly joking. But then this one, socialism was developed in the 1800s by two Jewish scholars, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Jewish doctor Magnus Hirschfeld opened an institute of sexual science in Berlin. He was the founder of gender ideology. You literally can't get away from it though. You just keep scrolling and it's all this shit. Just talking about Jews or Israel. But so let's just let this play and see what they have to say though.
Really think about it, prison is the perfect place for liberals. Everyone's equal, free food and housing, no guns, universal health care, same-sex relationships.
For anybody that missed what she said all liberals should go to prison. You get to have gay sex, you get to have free meals, free health care. Oh, it's awesome.
Not to mention the free world would be a much better place also if they had just all gone to jail and been where they really want to be, and then we can all just live our normal lives again like it used to be.
Why do you hate your life so much? When I see people that talk like this, I'm like, why are you so like passive aggressive and weird? I don't know, it's what you want to do, so why don't you just go there? Well, what? That's just what they want anyways. It's like, what is wrong with you? Speak like a real human being. This isn't even condescension, it's just weird. But let's see what this man has to say. Maybe he's gonna set her straight.
I'm in total agreement.
Never mind.
You know that liberalism is mental disease?
Did you know liberalism is a mental disease? I didn't know that. Please, continue.
It's not normal. They don't get it. They're jealous from the other people.
Oh, okay. I just don't get it. I'm jealous. That's my mental illness. Okay.
Jealous if you're making money. Yeah, put him back in the bus and send him to jail.
Put him in the back of the bus and send him to jail? Crazy. What?
You know, at the end of the day, it's not good to be too much to the left. So liberalism is a destruction of this country. How about destruction of the world?
If you really think
liberalism, it's the destruction of the world. It hasn't been the progress of our societies in the last couple hundred years. Like, it's just so... we don't need to get into a deep conversation for an Instagram post. It did bother me quite a bit just because it's so dumb, but it also only got 1,000 likes. So in terms of Instagram rage bait, it's not doing too much. And it is mostly people shitting on it, but just shitting on it for relating to Jewish people. Liberalism was created by Jewish people. Liberalism is the ideology. Well, this person's just being realistic. Liberalism is the ideology of capitalism, bro. I guess you can't buy a brain. I understand it's an issue that is faced on both sides of just you create a monolith of the opposing group using the farthest extreme. Because like what would the furthest would the furthest libertarian just be like an anarchist? Where does that fall in the chart? Because that's just like full like against any type of unified government, so it's all just independent thought and ability to do whatever. And obviously there's a issue with that as well, but that's why it's about a collaboration of ideas. coming to a consensus instead of just shitting upon one another. And I think the other thing is like, at the end of the day, it comes down to a vote. And while there are oftentimes issues with voting and people's ability to vote, I'm not even just talking like people talk about like voting, they're all rigged. I'm talking about also like the location and like scheduling for people who have jobs, and there are issues that do arise that does lead to lower voting for sure. But I do think that at the end of the day, it's like you got to accept when you were outvoted. And I think that we've kind of come to the consensus, at least like for the most part, that like at least for most like Western societies I can think of, it's like a leaning towards liberalism with conservative values like sprinkled in. But like a call for pure conservatism or liberalism, like as a whole, would probably be an issue, right? You don't want to let people do whatever they want, but we also don't want a police state. But I guess they do. It's like you guys just want a prison that you aren't confined to a cell. You just want your country to be a prison, which I guess is the trade-off, I suppose, in your mind. But that one just made me sad a little bit. I agree. I totally agree. Liberalism is a mental illness. But we have some music to help us recover from all of that. Take it away, Will Schrock music. Look, got Kelly Clarkson and Taylor Swift in the back. About to be some gold right here.
Sometimes I wonder if I would have a long tattoo and feel something brand new. And I wonder what it feels like to gather kiss at twilight. I see the smiles no one pleases. I'm still waiting for my dear says. What does love feel like? How night days? Is it like fireworks? Is it like a flame? I wanna know what it's like to fall in love. Sometimes I...
You will, Will. You will, Will. Will. You will. Whatever. For everyone like me who's never been in love, this is my song, wondering what it's like to fall in love. One day, you'll be in class, you'll look up. Everything will go silent. The lights will dim. A spotlight will shine down upon the person that you are in love with. Your heart will start beating. That's what it feels like, but don't expect that actual, like... That's what it can feel like sometimes, but don't expect that to literally happen. But great song nonetheless, Will Schrock music. But what about Ankit and the Apricots? Have you listened to Temporary? POV. You found a new band that prioritizes lyrics and storytelling. I feel like this is just an admission that they're bad at playing instruments, no? Oh, you found a band that prioritizes lyrics and storytelling. Lyrics and storytelling is very important, but if you're going to do that, just make like a rap song or something. We're gonna check out a few more of their songs real quick. See, the thing is, people always say stuff like this. Please take vocal lessons, bro. LOL. It's so not good. I also agree that his voice doesn't sound that good. But I don't think that you need to be like a conventionally good singer to become popular. The thing is you have to work with the voice that you have and like work around that. Trying to sing outside of your vocal ability is going to require vocal training. But let's hear it. This is a love song for those not with us anymore.
To see me grow up into the person I have become. You were there every step of the way. Now that you're gone, I'm undone. I'm sorry, I miss you. I'm sorry I could not make it home. I'm sorry.
The comments are savage, bro. Instagram doesn't hold back. Instagram comments are actually like some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. I've got this new... Let me pull this up. There's this reaction image you can look up now. If you're looking for a good reaction image to use, please use this. I have to find his post. You just have to look up, when you're on Instagram, if you do a GIF, it's JH Photo Design. And this guy took all of his profile pictures and put them into AI to do like a collage, like through the years, showing off all of his different profile pictures. And I just see comments like this sometimes. They're just people replying with stuff like this. And it's just like, sometimes it's mean, but other times it's really fitting. And I'm going to start using this one more. I think I'm going to comment this on when the podcast goes live today. Need a chain of it going. Get JH Photo. I think you don't need to add the design. I think just JH Photo will come up. They're great. Through the years. Going through the portal because I'm bored. You gotta do it sometimes. Let's take a look at the poll actually real quick. A portal appears under your bathroom sink. What's your next move? Okay, most people are gonna research it for weeks. People are a little bit hesitant. Maybe throw something through first, see what happens. See if it like gets, if you like watch it burn up as it goes through the portal. See if it gets thrown back through. See if anything comes out of it, something like that. Go through immediately. 18% of you said that. That's interesting too. 14% said lock it away forever, never to be talked about again. Also an interesting choice, but I could also see that being a possibility. It's like even if something comes through, it's like, oh, there's just a dark space. I can't see anything. I don't know what's here. Gonna go back out. Go to the news before entering. Only 11% trying to get that money, get famous. Be like, hey, you can come pay me to come see it. You can stick your arm through for more. Stick your head through and make sure you sign a waiver first. But we'll keep that going for a bit. When the podcast goes live, I thought this was the podcast. This is a live stream. Maybe I need to put it on Spotify. Upload the audio, cut out all the dead air, then it's only 30 minutes. But yes, Instagram can be very, very mean sometimes. But that's why, I mean, here's the thing. While I think that bullying is wrong, I also think that the internet's fake. And like, you really shouldn't take any of it seriously. I think things said to you in person should carry a lot more weight. But even then, it's like, This sucks. Okay. Now what? And that's all you have to do. But this is so many beats. Playing my tape machine like an instrument with a different chord on each fader.
You saw the masterpiece. She looks a lot like you. Wrapping her left arm around your right, ready to walk you through the night. You saw the masterpiece.
It's honestly pretty decent. I'm sorry, I clicked the account and I got distracted. I was like, let me see what else this guy's posted. Some cool stuff. But then I saw this, Wheelchair Sports Camp. Is that an account I follow? Oh, it's okay. I love this page. Yeah. Wheelchair Sports Camp. This is another great page.
No, no, no. I told you 1,000 times. No, no.
The round. The round.
Recycling is a scam, but I still do it. Society is bland, and should chew it. I fucking hate the man, but I still do him. All we do is eat me, eat me, eat me. Recycling is a scam, but I still do it. Society is bland, and should chew it. I fucking hate the man, but I still do him. All we do is eat me, eat me, eat me. Hey. Oh. Yeah. No. You can't make me wanna change. Pull up closer to the flames. Let's hold hands and numb the pain. Pick a planet, blame. I can't make you move. You don't even do the truth. Fuck your red, white, and blue. Let's call it quits and split in two, like 3 or 4, maybe more. Recycling is a scam, but I still do it. Society is bland, and chew it. I fucking hate the man.
What is this? This is a Wheelchair Sports Camp. Thank you very much. But that wasn't on the list. I just saw that underneath. I forgot that I followed them. Shout out. And here is a Tchaikovsky's, or no surprise, Tchaikovsky's music is conquering the world of reels. Dance of the Reed Pipes from the famous ballet The Nutcracker started appearing on my For You page extensively lately, most often as a soundtrack to some cute animal content. Did you also spot its recent popularity? And he's playing it on whatever this thing is. I thought he was going to explain it in here somewhere. I was wrong. Just to show you what my what different types of genres I enjoy are. But now we're moving on to Reddit. It's time. It's time to talk about some real stuff, some real hard-hitting news. Oh, that's not the right one. I clicked the wrong thing. My finger slipped. God damn it. Give me a bonk for that one. So sad. So sad. I mean, I clicked the right one to be sad that I clicked the wrong one. So fair enough. But what I meant to do is Hasan and Cenk get their UK visas revoked for being douchebags. Wow, who would have thunk? Hasanabi, Hasan the Hun, on X.com said, in reply, sorry, Cenk, I always forget, I hate Twitter so much because I hate how replies work. Cenk Uygur said, I've been banned from the UK. I tried to get on a flight to London to attend SXSW, South by Southwest, London, and give a speech at Oxford. I've been banned for criticizing Israel. Are we free anymore? This is oppression of Western citizens by our own government on the behalf of a different something. Probably a different one, I'd have to imagine. Hasan said, the UK has revoked my visa as well, all at the behest of Israel. The West is betraying liberal values for a genocidal fascist foreign government. Soon, we will all become Israel. I would like to see what the actual reasoning is, if they have like a stated reason that they'd give, because I feel like there's probably justifiable reasons outside of just your criticisms of Israel. And also to just say at the behest of Israel, like, Cenk is at least a little bit more, like, conscious of his language, maybe. Or I guess, like, he's more... Because I imagine they're both conscious of it. It's just Hasan's willing to be a bit more flagrant. Because Cenk specifically says, I've been banned for criticizing Israel. And on behalf of, I guess it kind of articulates a similar message. I just feel like almost on behalf of doesn't, like, at the behest of Israel, almost feels like you're saying with the collusion of, like, again, talking about some type of cabal in a sense. But I guess you could maybe extrapolate the same thing from on the behalf of a different government. This is literally just Zog conspiracy, what the fuck? And that is what they're both articulating. But, like, here's the thing, right? Is if you were to say something like that, if it happened, like, within America, that's why it's like I'd have to see the statements from the UK. Because if it was coming from the US, where it's like I'm not allowed to fly within the US, I've been banned from all airlines because of my statements about Israel, then I'd be a little bit more like, okay, because it does seem like Trump is in bed with Israel, but I don't know enough about the UK government, I guess, to say one way or the other, because I feel like I've seen them both in support of Israel, but then also condemn certain actions that have taken place. And again, I'm blanking on specifics here for sure, but that's just because I don't know the ins and outs of the UK. I know more about, like, the social climate. You know, we're talking. I'm more about what's going on UK TikTok. The UK is heavily trying to rejoin the EU and get Ukraine into. And so I feel like you could even maybe say that Hasan's statements on Ukraine as well. It's probably, I mean, again, it's all kind of like lumped together, right? Yeah, what evidence does he have that it was Israel? Because that's what I mean, is it's like, I'd almost, like, if they said this, that, like, your statements based upon these claims, yada, yada, yada. But I almost feel like that wouldn't have happened, right? They'd be like, sorry, banned. You're on the no-fly list, buddy. Get out of here. So yeah, I mean, I guess it is just blatant Zog conspiracy. I guess I was giving Cenk maybe too much credit because I was just assuming that maybe he had a little bit more insight into why. But because it was stated pretty factually here. But again, I'd have to see what, like, what type of international enforcement agency or whatever, like, it would even oversee this. We are so allied with Ukraine, so I believe his comments about that could have had an impact. That would probably make more sense, right? And I think it's funny that Hasan tries to like separate all of his statements, because it's like it's all coming from you, right? I mean, you could probably count in like the recent subpoenas, you know, the whole conversation about that in terms of his trip to Cuba, like in relation to his trip to Cuba. Like you could maybe have like a full, like kind of, his international travels are in question, so we're revoking his visa at the time. So I don't know. Again, I'd have to maybe look more into the laws, but this is still interesting nonetheless that the UK seems to be doing something. I mean, that's interesting. Read my comment, dummy. Sorry, what did you say? Oh, the UK has been banning political extremists for a while. My bad. Hate preachers and extremists banned in the UK. It was back in 2024. From James Cleverly. The UK already had some of the most sophisticated mechanisms for stopping foreign extremists from entering the UK, but since 7th October 2023, it has become clear that we must do more. We're establishing a new joint task force with the FCDO and DLUHC to bolster our approach to tackling foreign extremists and prevent them from coming to the UK to spread their vile narratives. I mean, and it seems pretty clear that they're not even, I guess I'll search. Yeah, they're not even talking about necessarily violent extremists, just extremists in general, so. I hate that even here he is portrayed as the pro-Palestinian, as the pro-Palestine mascot. He's not the movement, he's a prick. And it's sad, right? Because I guess it's just that there is such a grand opposition that anybody that comes out, and I guess it's not even that, because it's an issue that's become co-opted, right? Because it's two things. It's there isn't like as much of an active voice for like the pro-Palestinian side, when you talk about like mainstream narratives and news, like even when they're speaking down on Israel for actions taken, there is still the conversation to be had about like the existence of Israel, and that is like that's the thing, is it's like an online narrative more of the whole like the Zionist occupied government conversation, all that type of shit. It is much more like an online topic. And I think that that's why he becomes, like he gets propped up, because it's like he is standing on the shoulders of people that actually are in support of Palestine, as well as the anti-Semites that just want to see the destruction of Israel. You know what I mean? So it's like a propping up of both of these groups that negatively impacts the actual, like, what should be the goal. Captain, I just realized you have a green screen background with a green t-shirt. What is this sorcery? Well, you may never know. It's all magic. Nigel Farage wouldn't have the stage he has now if it wasn't for Brexit and the rise of racism and UKIP. The sad truth is that he is the movement right now, at least online, because people have made him for some reason. Well, I think it's because he's a vocal opposition, you know what I mean? It's like he's willing to like staunchly oppose like any pro-Israel talking point, like regardless of the context. And obviously, there's a lot to and because there's a lot to criticize with Israel, like I'm saying, I think that it's the propping up of both groups that becomes the issue. Because when you're standing on two shoulders, it's like the one that people are trying to knock away is going to end up like causing issues for you as well. And that's not something Hasan would want either. Yeah, he profits the most and gives back nothing. Exactly. It's like he benefits the most off standing on the shoulders of these anti-Semites and is willing to do that at the detriment of the actual pro-Palestine movement, the pro-Palestinian movement. And so, like, I think that's kind of the main issue. And he's willing to just kind of like, you know, just spout off about absolutely nothing. And again, like isolating individual statements that he made, it's because of my statements about Israel, my criticisms of Israel. When I don't know that much about Cenk, but for Hasan, there's so much that he said. There's so much. Like, it literally is to the level of Trump, where it's not as bad as the stuff Trump has done, but you can literally go on for like minutes on end without like with just like endless terrible shit that he said. And you could go like sexist, borderline racist, transphobic, and then in the support of like bad actions in particular governments and militias. Like, again, you could have support for Palestine and have support for the Palestinians, and even say that like he's tried to say at certain times, talking about that Hamas, the uplifting of Hamas came from the, like, basically the imposition put on by Israel. And that is what came to the rise of Hamas. And while you could even like have that conversation, and that is like a claim that is true, it's like, again, you can do that without having to also like deny the rapes that happened on October 7th. Like those two things are not mutually exclusive. Yeah, zero self-reflection. It's just everybody else's fault except, or especially Israel. Especially Israel, and except Russia or China. No. Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit slower today. I don't know why. Trying to get on it, trying to get up with the energy. Too Raw, Too Real made a second video clarifying his stance on Hasan Piker. Rules are always different for us black folk. You make my life unsafe for me and my motherfucking community. Oops, sorry, I was about to start it again without turning on the audio.
Isn't it interesting how the rules are always different for us black folks? Now, I never celebrated Hasan being subpoenaed by the Trump administration, but I did say that I don't feel bad for him. I never said I wanted him to go to jail, unlike him saying he wanted to see Adam Schiff go to jail when Trump's DOJ went after him. Roll the clip.
Oh my God. Senator Adam Schiff under federal criminal investigation for alleged mortgage fraud violations. Oh my God, I hope they arrest him. Oh my God, I hope he goes to prison. Oh my God, I hope he goes to prison. Oh, I hate him so much. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this is political. Sure, I don't care. Lock him up. Lock him up. He got, dude, he literally got, I know this is fucking absolutely malicious. I know this is malicious. I know Trump is doing this out of pure malice. This motherfucker got like $6 million from AIPAC. Okay? Lock him up!
It's funny how he can be facetious, but I can't be facetious because he's too blackish. Me calling out the irony of somebody who celebrated Donald Trump weaponizing the Department of Justice to go after Democratic leaders And now that Donald Trump is going after him, now it's a problem. Now we need to speak up. Now we need to be boisterous about it. But he was celebrating it. Now, mind you, I don't give a fuck about Adam Schiff, and I damn sure don't fuck with APEC. But is this not hypocrisy? Is this not irony? The problem is he thought that being in the proximity of whiteness would protect him. Michelle Obama told us at the DNC, she don't give a damn about who you are. Trump is going to come after you. And you were warned. You were there at the DNC, and you should have been paying attention. But the problem is you didn't want to listen to a black woman when she was speaking. And for any coon that want to come in the room saying, we need to stand in solidarity with this white man with all the money. No, I don't have to stand in solidarity with somebody who's going to make it unsafe with me and my motherfucking community and playing games. Well, he voted for Kamala. But did he tell his followers to vote for Kamala, or did he play that both sides of the motherfucking same and playing into voter apathy? And now that you played in voter apathy.
He also wasn't clear about who he was voting for, because he could have just said that. And it's clear that he didn't do that because he didn't want to impact like the votes in favor of Kamala for some reason, which leads me to believe that he didn't actually vote for her. I don't know. It's just the way I almost feel like he didn't vote or something. I know you can just look it up. He probably did, but I don't know. Just the way I feel like he just fucking was filling it in. He got the mail-in ballot and just started like filling in bubbles.
Are you happy? It's the same man who spent every fucking day of every fucking hour saying that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are the same, even after the election.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing. 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake.
I just don't even understand this energy, like honestly, I haven't seen it in so long that it's almost like I'm seeing it fresh for the first time. Like we talk about it often, but I feel like I haven't seen it in a bit. And seeing it again, it's like, this feels like a right-wing talking point. Look at all this bad stuff Trump's doing. Look at what he's doing in Israel. Look at what he's doing in Gaza. This shit's crazy. And you don't think Kamala would do this? You don't think Kamala would do the same exact thing? Like, it's literally a right-wing talking point. Because there's no, like, articulation as to what he's speaking on, the points, like, to, you know, help illustrate this a little bit further. And it's literally just nothing. It's just him spouting off to make himself feel better. But it's barely even both sidesing.
Who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not listen to them.
Do you think Kamala Harris would have sent you a subpoena?
We need to help Hasan. He's so good to us black people. He always speaks out.
Well, where the fuck was he when LaMonica McGlyver was attacked by the Donald Trump administration just for trying to actually advocate for those who were being detained? I haven't seen shit on him saying anything about LaMonica McGlyver. Is he standing in solidarity with her? Why the fuck should I stand in solidarity with somebody who don't stand with us? Fuck you. You make life unsafe for me and my motherfucking community.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this. Black people care about that. Like, shut the fuck up. That's not how politics works. I hate that. I hate that.
Isn't that quite literally how... Like, it's a voter group. That's exactly how voting works. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck? Oh, it's just so stupid.
This, like, shield, okay? I hate this fucking idiotic shield, okay? Oh, well, Hasan, how dare you? Like it or not, black people care about this issue. It's like...
Different people care about different issues, and you have to be able to, you know, appeal or contend with all of them. Or else you're not going to get those votes.
It's such a fucking stupid stance, okay? It's such an idiotic stance. Nobody operates like this, okay? Black people don't operate like this either. Shut the fuck up.
Who do you vote for, J.D. Vance or Gavin Newsom?
Well, I'd have to vote for Gavin Newsom,
Me
of course,
too.
100%.
I wouldn't blink.
No
What
doubt.
about you, Hasan?
I'd probably vote third party.
You would?
Oh, yeah. I mean, at that point, it doesn't even matter. Like, because my policy on this is the same as, like, my refusal to endorse Kamala Harris. The reason why I did not endorse Kamala Harris was because she did things that were not only unproductive, but also unconscionable. And I still stand on that. I still talk about it all the time because people... I didn't endorse Kamala Harris. I refuse to do so.
Why?
Okay. Well, here's what's important.
Why would you not do that?
I mean, you could, it's so dumb, right? It's so dumb because he could literally have gone the entire election going, I don't support everything that she's doing. I really don't. But I'm voting for her for X, Y, and Z. These are the reasons that I'm voting for her. You can choose to vote for her or not. I completely understand not wanting to vote for her. But at the end of the day, I guess I am doing a lesser of two evils style voting. Like, you could literally articulate that and nobody would judge you. Nobody would care. It would just be like a nothing. Oh, cool. You voted. Cool. You made a decision. But it's just like the fact that it's like he's lying somewhere. Either he lied to his audience the whole time in, you know, discussing it with such vitriol and then voted for her, or he's lying after the fact and saying that he voted for her. Ain't no way in the world he voted for her. It's just like, why lie about that then? If he lied about that during the conversation with Ethan, that's even weirder. It's like there's so many angles for this, and none of it makes sense, and it all just makes him seem like a weird creep. That's a good point. His paycheck would be a lot smaller now if Kamala won. Yeah. He wouldn't have as many things to talk about. Look at how evil all this stuff is. Yeah, it's all plausible deniability. It's just like the worst kind of plausible deniability, though, because all of it makes him look bad. If you voted for her, but you didn't talk about it, then, like, you basically, again, you handed off, you didn't do your due diligence in explaining why you voted the way that you voted, and, you know, tried to explain the greater, you know, the voting process and the decision of voting, and that's such an interesting conversation that could have been had for a political streamer, right? The ambivalence you have of wanting to vote against Trump, but then having this feeling of opposition to a lot of the ideology that Kamala had. Like, you could have made that into like so many different stream segments, dissecting that and doing that, but it's like, you don't care. You don't want to do that. And yeah, I think I've met my Hasan boiling point too. An endorsement from Hasan means jack shit. I don't know if it would have actually done that much at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that she would have won, but it says something about Hasan, I think, is the point, right? I don't think Hasan, if all of Hasan's viewers voted, then all of a sudden that would have been the little slight edge that Kamala would have needed to win. Is that a possibility? Maybe. Who knows? But I do think that it says more about like Hasan's character in terms of his choice to vote and what he decides to discuss in that. Because again, it's like, yeah, there's one thing to say that you don't want to impact. That's dumb too. To say that you don't want to impact voters doesn't make any sense because that's your whole job. It's like it's your whole fucking thing. That's why the media doesn't like Keir Starmer. He's doing good things behind the scenes and not making a big fuss. Low controversy, and the media has no stories to run on him. I've heard a lot of mixed things about Keir Starmer, but maybe it's because I'm reading it in the news. And like I said, I know very little, so I'm just kind of going off of like headlines and little bits that I read here and there when I do read them. But now we're moving on from Hasan. Something to lighten up our mood. No Hasan, Hunter, the other H. We can't let Meat Canyon poach Tamara. Meat Canyon and me. Don't be jealous at H3 Production. You're still my fave. Look how angry Hunter looks. Why is he so mad? How was that gulp noise? Did it come through? Tamara looks so happy. It's funny because people say like Tamara acts like like she could be Ethan and Hila's daughter or something. Like she could be related to Ethan in some way. Be Ethan's daughter makes the most sense. He's old. It doesn't really make sense, but it's fine. But honestly, he looks like he could be like Hunter, or he, my bad, Tamara. She looks like she could be Hunter's, like younger sister or something. There's something about the hair. There's a similarity here. The skin tone as well. He always scowls and picks. See, that's why if you're ever taking a picture with him, you have to act scared. He looks angry and you go, and you post that. And then you put the caption underneath, "You won't believe what he just did to me." If I ever get a picture with him, I'm going to do that. Exactly what I'm going to do. It makes so much sense that Tamara is a Meat Canyon fan. I mean, he is the biggest creator that does like multimedia films and stuff. I don't think he's done much with claymation. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. But his most recent stuff, all of the like why can't I think of the word? What's physical media called? Why can't I think of it? Like physical props. But all of like the puppetry and stuff that they've created recently with Creature Kid or Kid Creature, whatever it is on YouTube. Like they've created a lot of cool stuff. And I saw somebody compare it to like Pee Wee Herman's house. I think it very much is that, like Meat Canyon's creating his own Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse type thing. Practical effects, thank you. Like Yoda, but not the bad Yoda. Yeah, whatchamacallits, that's it. Thingamabobs. Oh, and then, sorry, we have two things that I need to get mad about. Sorry, I have to front load these. Two beefs that I have. They were big upping YungBlud. YungBlud, that's a no-go from me. YungBlud is no. Lame, cornball. Oh, he got shot. Sorry, I'm coming for Zach with this one a little bit. Oh, Ozzy passed the torch on to him. Oh, Ozzy's family support him, and Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, that means nothing to me. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. He ate the head off of a live bat. Whoa, crazy. I watched the Dirt. I saw him lick piss and snort ants. I saw that movie. But YungBlud is still corny as hell because Ozzy was doing that stuff because he was Ozzy Osbourne. YungBlud does that type of stuff because he wants to be like Ozzy Osbourne. And it's like, you have to just be yourself. You have to be crazy on your own command. Cabin I'm High and accidentally went to YouTube's homepage and fell into a 30-minute YouTube rabbit hole trying to find your stream again. I kept getting distracted. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. We're about to talk about YungBlud. Tell me how this makes you feel. Spoiler and trigger warning. I side-eye the Osbournes now. Sharon is a far-right winger. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's all, they're too far gone. But yes. He spits in his hand. He spits in his hand. And then brushes his hair back with his own spit. It looked like a loogie too. Like he got a thick one out there, and then bit at the crowd. And this is what I mean: is it's all just like, to me, it's too performative. I love a dress, but to me, it's like this: Fat Mike from NoFX. Fat Mike from NoFX just wanted to wear women's clothes. He'd just wear dresses. This feels like you're putting a costume together to be like, this is my stage outfit. It's like, I know that's like very common with performers at this scale, but that doesn't mean it's not cringy. I don't like YungBlud. There's something about it. Something about YungBlud just rubs me the wrong way. He has no boundaries. His whole getup looks like he hit randomize a bunch on the character creator. Yep. That's basically what happened. He's always like, here's the thing. I'll give him this. Unlike MGK or like other people who switch between genres and are like just trying to steal the, you know, whatever vibe they can get at the moment. YungBlud has been on this for like probably over 5 years now. I don't know how long he's been doing this. I remember maybe even longer. I feel like I remember hearing about YungBlud when I was in high school. But even back then, it was always just the same thing of like, you're playing a character too much. If you want to act a persona, that's one thing. But don't create a character. Exaggerate your own personality and whatever. Looks like an AI's first attempt at generating a human. Create a hardcore rock star. I first heard about him in 2018. Yeah, see, that would make sense. I think that would have been like I graduated in 2019. So yeah. His performance of Changes at Ozzy's Legacy concert was excellent, though. I don't deny he's a decent artist. He's a decent musician. It's mostly the personality thing. And I think stage presence carries a lot of weight for certain genres. And I've heard some of his music too. His music isn't that great, but I have heard that it's like his voice is good, is what I'm saying. Class of 2019, big up. Woo, 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 woo. In it to win it. All I've seen is him being the fourth Aussie child. I don't even know what his music sounds like. It's like that new, like, grunge rap, hardcore type stuff. And then he started moving more into, like, the grunge, hardcore, rock style stuff, I think. And I don't know if he stuck with that or if he moved back into rap a little bit. He did a little bit of the genre, but it was more of a genre blending than a genre flipping, I would say. Damn, turd missile, that's crazy. But maybe. Because yeah, it's like, here's exactly, this is how I'll always remember YungBlud. I'm sorry this is such a low resolution image, but I think this illustrates it well. Yeah, here we go. You see what I mean? This is what I think of every time I think of YungBlud. He's just a rock star. Splendor interviews.
I am. A lot of young people are angry right now. We are such an intelligent generation. You know what I mean? We see a future that we want to be a part of.
That's what I mean, cringe. We're such an intelligent generation. But in the way that I don't like YungBlud. Now we're going to talk about a real proper bloke. A real proper bloke with Gymskin. Because Gymskin was getting a little too much hate from Kate. I'm sorry, Kate. I know it's Pride Month. This will only take a second. She wanted to hate on him, and she came around in the end. She came around and said that she seems to like him as a person, but she didn't do her due diligence, and that's a criticism that I've had for the rest of the actual H3 crew. She's a host, but the crew doesn't do their research enough. And if you do the tiniest bit of research into Gymskin, you learn that he is not an alpha bro. He is not an alpha male. He just talks about the bean. He doesn't want you to burn the bean in the Costa. I think he's banned from Costa now. But he's just a proper bloke, I'm telling you.
What's happening, girls? How are you? All right? Oh, I'm just running the street, about to go in here and do a couple of things. Mate, listen, the aura's for the roof, girls.
I like everything. Every time
Lovely to meet you.
my reels, it's like my hair. Not yet.
It is what it is. What are you up to today?
We're just getting a dress. Because
Nice.
we're going to a party, yeah.
Tonight?
Not tonight, not tonight.
Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Partying on a Sunday, I like it. Listen, it was lovely to meet you.
Lovely. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Lovely to meet you as well. Have a lovely
I
evening.
dreamt about this moment.
Oh, fucking hell, you can't dream it, it's happening. Listen, fuck it. It's nice to meet you, sweet darling. And you girls. Listen, I can't not give you a hug, yeah?
Oh, you're...
Have a great evening. Be safe Sunday as well, yeah, when you're out on your travels.
Yeah.
Because you know how London is.
We do.
But yeah, have a great evening, yeah?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, he's just a nice guy. And all of his interactions. Oh, I just realized that it got me. I gotta go. Gymskin. I gotta look it up again. I was trying to scroll through, but he always has the best interactions with his fans.
How are you, bro?
I know you.
Nice to meet you, mate. I'm on the live now if you want to say hello.
Oh, yeah.
How you been?
Hey, amazing. Freaking.
Bro, that means so much to me, mate. On a serious level, thank you so much. Do you like the stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I'm Rodney.
In the live. Come on, Rodney. Oh, bro, big up Rodney chat. W's in the fucking chat for Rodney. All putting W's for Rodney in the fucking chat.
Love.
Big fucking love, mate.
Yeah.
And you, love you, mate. Have a good day, yeah? Sweet fella. Oh,
I hate the name, dude. It reminds me of Foreskin. We have different views of a nice guy. What do you mean? Let me show you this one. Probably have to look this one up on Instagram. I have to sell Gymskin to everybody. Why is this not coming up? But he's against racism. He's against bigotry. He tells people in his chat, he goes, hey, none of that in the chat. If you do that in the chat, you're going to get banned. Just a real guy. Why are none of these working? I'm trying to search up Gymskin, and it's like Instagram is not wanting to take me there. Here, enjoy this one for a sec.
Wait, Chopper. Who is he? Don't fucking know. Yeah, that's better. Why does that look like me? Ain't that way?
Here's a good example. To be honest, it's my prejudice of British men. That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel you. I feel you. Gymskin was so happy after she told him he's not a part of the manosphere community.
Sit down a bit, though.
Two things to you.
Go on.
Number one, best knife and fork skills in the game.
Oh, you're the second person that told me about the knife and fork skills.
No, wait. Second thing, I love your streams because it's all positivity. There's no like toxic manosphere stuff. I really appreciate
Oh,
that.
thank you. That means so much to me. I've got to turn it down a bit, though.
Legend. It did look exactly like him. I was kind of surprised at that. But yes, just a little thing, because I just wanted to say, you can't judge a book by its cover. I don't judge YungBlud by just the way that he looks. It's by the way that he looks and the way that he talks, the way that he acts.
You know what I mean?
It rubs me the wrong way. And I feel like he'd rub me the wrong way. But Gymskin, he rubs me the right way. Yeah, we don't need more of that. Sorry. We do need more Gymskin. We don't need more YungBlud. Sorry. Judge him by his spit that he put in his hair. But what about this? Do we need more of this? I don't know how I felt about this, to be completely honest. A random man crashed the H3 Dallas Girls Night, so we shaved his dome. My only question is this. When you shaved his head, did he at least get a stay after that? Because I could only imagine they shaved his head and then kicked him to the curb, and that would be a little bit, that'd be a little bit too much for me. But shout out him. He looks so disappointed in this last one. He looks like he realized what he did. He's like, oh no. One, weird of him to show up. Oh no. A spit rub from Gymskin, from YungBlud. Similar names, right? YungBlud, Gymskin. It's the same thing. He means he looks so baby girl. What do you mean? In this one? Oh, maybe. Maybe he's just so cutesy here. It's a bad reading. He looks great bald. People were saying they didn't take a before photo like they had already started. And we have to assume that this is a bit of a glow up, but he could have had more of a full head of hair. I don't know for sure. I don't think he was a rando. He was just the only man. This is clearly in someone's home. Well, they said a random man crashed the H3 Dallas Girls Night. So I'm assuming that it's not, maybe he's not random in the sense of just some guy wandered in off the street, but I think that it's more so like maybe he was like, hey, I know it's girls' night, but can I come? Because they do it through like a Discord or something. They have like a communication. They were talking about it in the chat. If you are a girl in Dallas and you want to maybe be a part of this, maybe hit them up. I don't know. I will say that I love H3. The H3 show is amazing. I love all of the people that I've met tangentially through H3 thus far. But randomly putting a call out for locals in my area that are interested in H3 to come to my home, I feel like that's a big risk there. What if we have different opinions? You know what I mean? It's like there's a large range of reasons that you could enjoy the H3 show. And my ultimate fear would just be that we don't actually get along. It's like making friends at school or work. It's like you're friends with them, but it only happened because of the like location that you met at. Like you were forced into it a little bit. Now, a podcast is a little bit different because it's like it's something that you can relate on. But again, it's like what specifically are you relating? It is very risky. While I'm thinking about organizing a Toronto H3 meetup, a meetup is a little like if you could get like maybe you can even all like pitch in a little bit and rent like a little area or something, you know, get like a hall at some like, you know, hotel or something. Just rent a little space out, bring in a little TV, plug it in. Bring in a couple TVs, sync them up. It better be at your house. Bring it up. Come to my house, everybody. Pile in. We have to meet somewhere first. Everybody meet up at the movies first. I gotta make sure you're cool. Meet up for laser tag, everybody. Meetups like in a public spot would be neat though. I mean, I think that honestly that is kind of what I was thinking about is this. Because I heard Madman talking about it and I think that it's true. This was a while back, but Madman was talking about third spaces and how like a lot of the times people have lost, like just in modern day, a lot of the times there aren't many third spaces that people utilize. And that like, you know, you have work, you have home, and then you need some community hub, you know, comic shops, libraries, coffee spots, you know, there's a bunch of different places that could work, but it's like you need to have more that kind of like I think like something like a comic shop is one of like the best examples because it's like you have something that you relate to. You can find people like, oh, I know this comic, oh, yada yada. You can discuss stuff in that way a little bit more, but but yeah, it's like we are missing out on that a bit. And I do think that we need to figure out ways online, because people are forming a lot of communities online, to figure out ways that we can kind of shift those when they are local. You know what I mean? Like when you have the ability to commune locally, to try and do that more often. Nothing could get me to go to Arizona. But what about the cacti? But what about the sunsets? They're so pretty. They are, but is that a reason? I was gonna say go to Sunsplash. The Arizonans know. Day at Golfland. I miss the comic book shop in Brooklyn. Every Wednesday I would go in and we'd have crazy conversations. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like, it's good to have these little spots that you can go to. And it's so hard because a lot of places like in Arizona, unless you're living like in Phoenix, it's not like a walkable city. You can't like really get around in like outside of Phoenix. You could take the bus few places, but you're basically going to hop off the bus, go into whatever store you're going into, then come out and have to get right back on the bus to go somewhere else. There's not like, you know, walking between locations a lot of the time. And I do think that that becomes an issue, because it's like these small mom and pop shops get bought out by these larger corporations, but it's like an inevitable effect, because it's just like a never ending, like if you aren't like passing it on to the next generation of like these places to commune in, they're always going to die out. Because like comic shops are cool, but I also get like you don't want people just standing around in the comic shops. Or like a skate shop is also like a good example. Go and talk about skateboard brands. Sometimes they have like video parts playing and stuff like that. But I don't know, I think especially after COVID, it's like people don't want to stand around in places as much. And then also business owners don't want to have people standing around. They kind of liked getting people in and out. It's so funny you brought this up, because I just got back into a card I used to play, and I'm going to go to shops again to play. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, my friend just sent me he posted a picture on his story of him playing Magic the Gathering. I sent him a Magic the Gathering comic book picture, a picture of a comic book that I have. But I do think that it's like, it's important to try and find these little things, because I mean, and it's really just building our interpersonal skills, and it's scary. It's hard a lot of the time to go out in public and have these conversations, but it's like, you know, when you're at I'm thinking about stuff I do. If you're at like the fabric store, you're doing something, just have a conversation with the worker or somebody, or, you know, somebody in the aisle with you, and be ready for rejection. Be ready for people to be like, I'm not ready for I'm okay. I don't really want to talk right now. Have a nice day. You move on to the next. But you just try and be that positive light to shine onto others. But I don't know. It did feel a little bit bizarre having this girls' night and then shaving this man's head, turning him into Dan. But peace and love, and I'm glad that they all had fun. One of my dreams would be to open a comic, hobby shop, cafe, neurodivergent safe space. See, I had that idea when I was younger, as if it wasn't like just a few years ago. But I had the concept of like when I was still doing a lot more in music, because I was getting involved with different venues and different, like startup venues and stuff like that. And I had thought that it would be interesting at some point to maybe try and open my own bar or do something like that. But I do think maybe now something like a comic shop or like a hobby shop would probably be more accessible, because you don't have to deal with drunks. Confused and slightly concerned. That's how I felt about this for sure. Just confused and slightly concerned, but now I'm more concerned for everybody's well-being. What's your comic shop you go to? Oh, sorry, I realized we've been yapping a long time. I'm sorry, we haven't gotten to like anything. Do they have something up? What is that? What is this? I have not been keeping up with Lolcow Live, apparently. Keemstar and Boogie had a show-ending fallout. H3 show number 275. Boogie with gay painted on him for Gay Pride Month. And Keemstar angry. I was not expecting this. I'm glad we're getting some goofs and gaffs. Yeah, just some chill vibes. Some chill vibes to start the week off, start the month off. Glad that everybody's stopping in. But now we have a little yap about love. A plea for love. For those who haven't been following, Love has been doing a lot of streaming content centered around Pokemon card collecting, which involves him driving around LA checking stores and vending machines, mainly located in grocery stores. For those unfamiliar, there's been a lot of controversy around these vending machines. The Pokemon Company has tried to combat scalpers at the machines by doing timed limited drops of products available to buy every hour. This has, however, caused some of the worst scalpers to try resorting to tampering with the machines to get more product. Or they just sit by the machines all day waiting for drops, blocking other people from purchasing or even checking the machine. There are many videos of grown men getting into physical altercations at these machines. Love, however, has decided to be a hero of the people and walk past these guys and access the machines anyways, while they stand there and complain. It is very entertaining, and he even resorted to comically handing them job applications. As funny as it is, I'm starting to get a little concerned about Love's safety. We live under a regime at the moment that is looking to remove any non-American born person, legal or not, for any reason they can. I fear all it will take is one of those guys taking his antics a little too personally, and he might find himself in some serious legal trouble. Obviously, he's a grown man who can handle himself, but I don't want him to potentially have to leave the country over something as silly as Pokemon cards. I thought this last part was kind of funny because it's like, I'm not worried about him getting kicked out of the country. I'm worried about him getting shot. I'm worried about him getting hurt, killed or maimed. That's like my biggest fear, because this is what happened most recently. In Love, he's very hard-headed. He doesn't seem to care that much and doesn't seem to worry about his own safety in this way. But scalpers confront and threaten Love and then search for him in the parking lot. These guys are insane. It's why I can't watch his streams. This could have been an email. This could not be an email. This is a real issue. We need to start all sending Love emails about this.
Oh, nice.
No, that's bro.
What was that? Huh?
You fucking it up.
I really want to hear what they said.
Oh, nice.
No, that's bro.
What was that?
No, yeah, they are just loitering there, being a nuisance. I don't blame him for doing this, but it's like, know that you are putting your own physical safety at risk when you do this. Because these guys did have the intention of buying that pack. The way I think that it works is that if you wait the allotted time again, it'll open up more sections. So they're hoping to basically unlock more and more so that they can buy more and more. They eventually explain the weight limit, and they start pressing Love pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. I think he feels somewhat protected while streaming. He needs to realize that's not the case, because streamers have been shot. Streamers have been punched. Streamers have been physically hurt many, many times. And that's the thing too. Love is content brained. And I think some people are thinking about it like, oh, well, he's sticking up against these bullies. These guys are trying to hog the machine and he's sticking up against them. Or he's sticking up to them. And it's like, yes, but he's also doing it for content. I think we shouldn't forget about that part, because he understands that doing this is compelling content and makes for good clips, makes for good moments. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword for sure.
Huh?
You fucking it up.
Why?
We trying to do a refresh, bro. You're streaming?
Yeah.
How many people?
A couple hundred.
Couple hundred?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
What?
It sounded like they might have actually done something to him if he wasn't streaming. He might have gotten lucky that these guys aren't crazier. Because like I'm saying, especially in LA, you got to worry about some crazy people. Like, and no hate to LA, I love LA, but it sounded like he said he's streaming. We can't. Am I crazy for feeling like that's what I heard?
Couple hundred.
Couple hundred?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. He's streaming. It's all good.
What?
It sounded like he said he's streaming. We can't. And then the other guy said it's all good. And then honestly, the chat, these fucking chatters are probably fucking him over more because the chatters keep spamming the dumbass, the bits for it to say dumbass, for it to say idiot. Like, yeah.
I'm streaming? Yeah. Why do I need to ask you guys?
I think Love is trying to farm a moist critical video. Maybe. I don't think he might not get that lucky. I don't know.
Oh, come on. It's a kid's game. Come on, chill.
I'm the only kid.
Well, you could, like, would.
So I guess that guy's under 18.
Oh, come on. It's a kid's game. Come on, chill.
I think Love could kind of tell that they were getting a little threatening. So that's why he said it's a kid's game. And I will say, Love, that would work if you weren't also a grown man. You're also a grown man trying to buy a kid's game. In their eyes, you could be just as much of a scalper as them. So it's like, you are buying singular packs, you are whatever, but you know what I mean. It's like they just see you as another guy at the machine.
Chill.
I'm the only kid.
Well, you could, like.
This clip has almost 15K upvotes on LSF. That's pretty crazy. I wonder how the comments are on that. Let me see.
Would you guys do the same to a kid if he came up? No, I'm just saying, like, it's not that serious. Oh, stop it.
Idiot. Oh, it's serious. Just because you come in with a camera doesn't mean you got a friend, bro.
Oh, it's at 18K actually. The Pokemon gangsters are in town. Yeah, and it's these dudes that, I mean, it's literally just dudes who don't have a job using their girlfriend's car to go like scalp Pokemon cards, hoping to make the gas money back so that she doesn't get mad when she gets off work. They don't know Love isn't a kid. He has like a beard, and like, if I was talking to him, I'd be like, that's not a fucking, this ain't a kid. And he admitted to it too. He said, I'm not, but he was trying to make the point, like, would you do this if a kid came over? And I think he felt the ability to say that because of a previous clip where there was a kid, right? Wasn't there a kid in one of his other streams that like the scalpers were at the machine, but there was someone with a kid? And so, I don't know, like I'm saying, I do think that these guys are totally in the wrong, but I don't think we should act like Love's being a saint. He's clearly going out looking for a little bit of he's looking for the clips.
Whatever.
He looks like an evil gym bouncer in Pokemon.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game to play. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Nice.
I hate motherfuckers like this.
Idiot. Why didn't you buy it if it's so important?
We were waiting here, brother.
Okay.
We were actually sitting here.
Well, hold on, back up, bro.
He seems like he might be on drugs. And like Love, like I'm saying, you gotta watch the way, like, it's just not safe. Like telling him to back up, you are so lucky this guy isn't like more crazy. Because he could literally go, oh, well, the machine's done now, I'm not waiting here more time, and then just start like go to punch you. like at that moment, like for some people, those are fighting words. Like he's confronting you, and it's good, better to just walk away. These guys are losers, but like unless you're willing to fight, like it's better to just walk away, not to keep asking them questions and keeping the conversation going.
Come on.
We were actually doing something, bro.
Okay.
You know
what were
I'm
you doing?
saying?
Explain. I'm curious.
We actually got a pack,
Uh-huh.
and there's a 10-minute method. If you leave a
Excuse me?
pack in here for 10 minutes, it gives a better refresh.
Okay.
But since you walked up and we...
Yeah, see, so I think that's what he's saying, that if you leave the pack in here for the 10 minutes for the refresh, then it'll open up multiple packs from like 2 different sets, rather than it just being that same pack opening up over and over again.
We tried to.
Right.
Yeah, the resale price is seriously not worth the trouble, especially if you're having to wait 10 plus minute per buy. Like that doesn't make any sense.
attention from the first pack,
Right.
and you're still getting your packs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now that you know,
Yeah, let me just get the packs and then it's all yours.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he did threaten him there too. He did say he'd beat the shit out of him.
Straight up, you and your street to get the fuck out of here.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Nah, that's it.
Someone said it in chat. Yeah, Fika about to get stabbed.
Bro, you already got one. That's it.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, no. That's it for you.
And then I went to look on stream, or I went to find the clip, and basically I just wanted to show. Here, we'll look at this ending part. I think he just might walk out after that.
Yeah, you enjoy that. That's so funny. That's crazy. Bro. Let's ask the store manager.
Idiot. Yeah, and then getting them kicked out too. Because it looks like he goes to the store. He's trying to find somebody to tell them that they're loitering by the machine, stopping other people from buying cards. And then sitting out in the car again, it's like not a smart move to just wait out in the car for these people. More every day, he looks more and more like the Hawk, doesn't he? Look at this image right here. Is that love or is that the Hawk? I don't know.
Yeah, does that fucking idiot think I'm gonna give you Oh shit, he is walking around here.
Oh no. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The grown adults waiting around to buy to scalp Pokemon cards are definitely the ones that are willing to go to jail. So I'm not like that's why I'm saying don't push the issue. Like, it's not worth it.
Holy shit, he is. Oh, they're look at him.
Yeah, oh no.
What?
We found your stream, look.
And?
Why you saying it in? Why you saying it? Why you didn't say all that shit in person? Here, I'll take one though.
What?
Job application.
Here you go, bro.
Give me one. Yeah, I'll take one. Let me have one too.
Have a good one.
Can super chatted $2. You can tell us all about it while you're driving.
I got him the job application. He didn't think I would give it to him in person?
I mean, love, don't. Again, here's my whole thing, right? Is nobody in this situation's tough. They're threatening to jump him. But love, you're also driving away because you're clearly scared, which you should be. So don't try and act like you're tough because you handed him the thing. Like, it's just not worth it.
That's so funny.
He also did say everything in person too. Like the chat kept alive calling those guys idiots and dumbasses. Like, it was all pretty much there. I think it's because he called them idiots. He called them idiots on the chat or in the stream, and that's what he's saying. Why didn't you say that in person?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of this area. Oh, they're getting in their car. Let's go. Let's go for a little chase. Oh, the police is right there. Bro, what a fucking loser ass mother.
It really is annoying little brother behavior by way of an only child.
That is so funny. The police just turned into the parking lot. Because I think the manager called them.
Crazy. Crazy stuff. His adrenaline is pumping for sure, definitely. You know he went. You know he took a big breath when he saw that police car. He went, "Ooh, okay, they won't shoot my car now, at least." Yeah, like I'm saying, I just don't think it's worth it.
All right, guys.
Oh, sorry, I forgot this. We were also going to show this clip of Gymskin shaking Madonna's hand.
Pleasure.
Yeah, same here.
To meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
I'll be going to America anyway at some point.
New York City.
That's one place I'll go. But yeah, anything like that, just let me know. Shout me. Drink was lovely.
Thank you.
New tunes are bangers. First time I've heard that as well. So.
And the dance was good, and I meet you at Knots and Crosses.
Yes, I suppose it's a win-win both ways, isn't it? You've seen me drop my shoulder. I've seen you drop yours. Sweet.
That's it.
What a nice end of the night.
Yeah, what's your?
There we go. And then there are two updates. There are two updates here. So, one, this is your friendly reminder to just shut the fuck up when speaking to the police. You say, I need to talk to a lawyer. I would like to consult a lawyer. And I will say, the one thing that Ben did do poorly, especially in his conversation with Ethan, is he kept, like, there was definitely an implication that was made multiple times that he cares very heavily about the content. And that's why it's just like, it's not going to weigh, like, it's going to weigh against you, I feel like, in some way when they try and use that as evidence to prove that all you care about is using content or creating content and drumming up some kind of drama. Because he kept saying, well, if I don't have a lawyer, then like crazier stuff can happen and that makes for a better video. And yeah, it's...
My name is Cameron Paul, and
I shouldn't just drop it. My name is Cameron Paul. This is the Utah police responding to Bricks and Minifigs / Reckless Ben. This is the full thing, the audio boosted with subtitles. Moist Critical watched it and reacted to it, did a whole video on it. I don't care to watch this too much. We have a reply from Ben, which I think is more relevant and more worth our time. I'm also going to get a poll up for this, for how late they're going to start today. But basically, they came here to try and clear their name as a police force, to say that they got reasonable evidence from, which were just claims made by the person that they're supposedly stalking. Which I do think might be the one claim they might be able to prove, but kind of still hard. But this guy keeps making the claim that they had heroin when they didn't. A bunch of other false claims that were made. It's just a whole lot of hooey that they basically reiterate in this. Just basically putting nails in their own coffin, it seems. He does talk in lowercase. It's very... Show their original audio. Let me see if I can find it. What is it originally on? Because here, I'll just pull up Charlie's stream of it so you guys can see. Oop. Where did it just... I literally just saw it. Oh my god. What is this one? Oh, this is just a stream clip of him. Interesting.
Richardson initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle for failing to stop before the stop line at a stop sign and failing to stop completely at that stop sign.
Oh, so it's the
American. Does this guy then go on to say the officer was incorrect? Because we have the dash cam.
Here, this might actually... Here we go. This is it. The original. Sorry, I need to see what the channel was called.
Hyundai passenger car.
Oh my god, yeah, I thought Charlie boosted it.
A trespass warning at Mr. Johnson's request and instructed him not to return to Mr. Johnson's residence. At approximately the same time, Officer Richardson
Mr. Richardson arrived at this.
Richardson initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle for failing to stop before the stop line at a stop sign and failing to stop completely at that stop sign. Richardson contacted the driver, who identified himself as Tyler Shaw.
But yes, this was their original post. They didn't want you to hear the truth. But some people reposted it with a boosted version, boosted audio.
Snyder stated that he was involved in a court case and needed to provide legal paperwork to Mr. Johnson.
Oh, that was another aspect. They said that they went to serve paperwork to Mr. Johnson and he declined the service. That's not how serving works. That's not how like a proper service works. If a police officer hands off papers, court documents, court papers, that is a servicing. That they cannot just decline it. But yes, he's very much ASMRing, and that's why I don't care to watch this too much. I've got to be completely honest. What I do care to look at is Reckless Ben's reply. Oh no, did I close it? Because this just got released 3 hours ago. And this is his reply to everything, so we'll get to see it from... and he'll break down into pieces what they talked about.
The American Fork Police Department has responded to the video I made about them.
I am the Chief of Police for the American Fork Police Department. I'd like to address the members of our American Fork and Cedar Hills community regarding some videos currently circulating on social media.
So now I will offer a response to their response. There's a lot of new information in this response that I've been wanting to get for a long time, so we'll go over that first. One of the main questions in my video was, why did I get swatted for stealing the Legos when this wasn't a mystery to the police officers and they knew that I didn't steal the Legos, that Josh stole the Legos.
He basically stole a $200,000 collection of Star Wars Legos.
But still, why did they raid my house for stealing the Legos when there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that Josh stole the Legos? When I requested the body cam footage of this to try to find the answers myself, they redacted everything and they claimed it was to protect the victims. However, one of my friends set up a GoPro as we were getting swatted, and we caught the entire conversation on camera.
Let's go!
Included in the warrant are Legos. For 3 months, the police department's answer has been, this redaction is important because it protects Josh, the victim of this case. However, we can clearly see that the police are looking for Legos and they saw no Legos. And they redacted this because they were embarrassed that they made such a stupid decision to swat the wrong person. They were so embarrassed of swatting my house for stealing the Legos that in all the police reports, it is completely redacted. The police department wants this information hidden so bad that they're willing to break the law to hide this from everyone. The only reason I know about it is because of the receipt I got the night I was released from jail and my friend's GoPro that was recording. So even though I've been asking them for 3 months why I got swatted, they finally came up with an answer, which is the Airbnb host told them that I stole the Legos.
During contact with the Airbnb owner, the owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos. Specifically, officers wrote in the search warrant affidavit, the homeowner also disclosed that he could hear multiple individuals inside the residence speaking about possibly stolen Lego toys they had taken.
I just love this because that's so unbelievable. I rented this. So basically, I'm an Airbnb owner. So these guys rented from my Airbnb. So I went and stood outside the house for a while, just chilling, making sure my property is okay. And I could hear them inside talking. They said this, ha ha ha. Look at all of these stolen Legos that we have. $200,000 worth that we took from Mr. Johnson. I am the owner of the, I am the thief in this case. And these are the statements that are true coming from the Airbnb owner.
Taken.
I'm ready to see what Ben says because I feel like you just have to get in contact with the owner to see if that's true or not.
Based on that information, officers added a request within the search warrant affidavit seeking authorization to also search for and seize possible stolen property, including Lego merchandise. 4th District Judge Roger W. Griffin reviewed and approved the search warrant.
I always like giving people the benefit of the doubt, and I will take the police officer's word on this, but something fishy is going on here, and everything can just be cleared up.
Why would you take their word on that? Wait. Okay, Ben. Okay, my first criticism right here is for Ben. Why would you take them at their word for that? You could easily just contact the Airbnb owner and be like, hey, I'm seeing in this police report, yada, 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 that this is being said. They just released this video that said, yada, yada, yada. I just want to confirm that you are the one that did this to make sure that the police are not making false claims on your name, like on your behalf. Like, I don't know, that is a little bit, that's a little something. Sorry, I was going to try and get up, but I can't. There's no point.
up if you unredact the audio and let everyone see the truth. Also, after we got raided and the police officers found no Legos, all of this footage has been redacted too. And my guess is if the police unredact this footage, we will find out the answers once and for all. While we were getting swatted, one of the police officers decided to injure me for absolutely no reason. He claims it's because I was trying to make a fast movement.
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that. Don't move quick. Everybody just chill.
But when we replay the footage, you can clearly see I was not making any fast movements. However, the police department...
They claim in the response that it's because you tensed up. You did tense up, which is the only thing that they need to be forceful, which does suck and is ridiculous. But I will say in the video, you clearly do see him kind of tense his forearm, which, again, is not necessarily grounds for them to use force, but I would say it's more than likely legally grounds, I'd assume.
Has an answer to this.
During Snyder's detention, Lieutenant Adamson took hold of Snyder's right arm. Lieutenant Adamson later reported that he felt Snyder tense his arm, at which point Adamson moved Snyder's right arm behind his back to place him into custody.
The police department has made it clear I did not, in fact, make any quick movements like the police officer claims I did, so the police officer was lying, but not fully.
Oh, okay, so he's saying the police officer said this.
Because I did tense my arm. However, he lunges at me extremely fast before he even touches me, so how could he even know that I was tensing my arm before he even grabs me? That doesn't make any sense. There's only one solution. This police officer has psychic powers, and he could tell that my arm was tensing up before grabbing me. However, this makes no sense, because if the police officer did truly have psychic powers, he would have known that we were not the thieves, Josh and Brandon were the thieves. So this can't be the case either. I'm trying to have an open mind with these different possibilities of what this could be, but literally the only outcome left is that this police officer injured me for no reason. However, the police have another response to this of why I must be lying.
In the X-ray image displayed by Mr. Snyder in that video, a small L is visible in the upper right-hand corner of the X-ray. The L indicates the image is that of the left shoulder. The video shows Lieutenant Adamson handling Snyder's right arm during the arrest.
Yes, the stock footage I used to show what a dislocated shoulder is, an image that's clearly not mine because I didn't go to the hospital, I went to jail, so how could I have taken this picture? But anyways, the stock image I used is of a left shoulder when my shoulder that got injured was my right shoulder. When I was editing this, I like to think highly of my audience that they would have known that this was a stock image and I wouldn't have to spoon feed every tiny detail to my audience. But now I realize that there's another portion of my audience called the American Fork Police Department that maybe I do have to spoon feed in every single piece of information to. So I'm going to use this as constructive criticism, and in every single episode going forward now that I know that the American Fork Police Department's watching, I will be forced to spoon feed every single detail. As a professional slackliner, dislocating my shoulder is almost a monthly thing for me.
The whole weight of my arm is just on this bone.
Boon.
3 days before I got arrested, I had a really bad ski accident where I had a really bad dislocation of my shoulder, and any movement at all would have dislocated it. So I will say here, I don't think that the police officer was purposely trying to injure me. I think to a normal person, this would have been fine. But for me in particular, this was not good, but it was still unjustified. And the police officer was just making up an excuse, and now they're making up an excuse to defend it. Another thing I find shocking is the chief of police, even after reviewing the dash cam footage, says that we ran a stop sign.
Richardson initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle for failing to stop before the stop line at a stop sign and failing to stop completely at that stop sign.
The chief of police looked at this video and said, we ran a stop sign. And now he's using that to say, this was a legal traffic stop. The police officers did nothing wrong. At this point, we thought the best thing to do was to take Josh to court so he can...
Say this again?
The chief of police looked at this video and said, we ran a stop sign. And now he's using that to say, we ran a stop sign.
Hard to say. I mean, they were clearly looking to pull you over, though. The way they accelerated up to the stop.
Police looked at this video and said, we ran a stop sign. And now he's using...
It looked like a full stop to me, but it could have been a rolling stop. He said that it wasn't. I think that you'd have to analyze a rolling stop from the side. I don't even know if you could analyze that from behind. But I don't know. I think that's besides the point. It's clear that they were looking for him.
Using that to say, this was a legal traffic stop. The police officers did nothing wrong. At this point, we thought the best thing to do was to take Josh to court so he can be legally accountable for the crimes he committed. However, to do that, we are first required to serve him court papers. So we did what the law told us to do. I got a process server and we went to his house to do this the legal way. However, Josh did not want to do this the legal way and instead called the police on us.
Joshua Johnson contacted police and reported he was going to shoot someone as a result of the ongoing harassment. Multiple officers immediately responded to the area.
Josh was so scared of going to court that he would rather shoot us than accept these court papers. Josh's logic here is that if he can murder the process server and if he can murder me, then he can get away with his crimes because there'll be no one to sue him in court. However, sadly for Josh, murder is illegal. And now he just admitted his plans to the police officers. The American Fork Police should at least be arresting Josh for trying to use murder as a way to get out of court. But sadly, for some reason, they arrested me instead.
Am I being arrested? Really?
Something about this seems off, and all of the answers are in the body cam footage. However, they redacted all the body cam footage. So this is where I think if we all come together as a community, we could somehow convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this footage so we can find...
No, Ben. You need to get a lawyer. Come together as a community. How about you use some of that money you get from your videos and hire a lawyer, Ben? I know this is for the content. I get it. Oh, it's funnier this way. It makes for better video. Ha ha ha. Dude, you're going to end up going to prison for something you didn't do. Like, I wouldn't fuck around too much because people get incarcerated for a lot less. Like...
find out why they arrested me and not the guy who threatened to murder me. However, the American Fork Police does not want to unredact the footage right now, and now have made up a new excuse of why I was the one justified being arrested.
Officer Sumbot contacted the Marion County Circuit Court in Oregon to verify the legitimacy of the paperwork. The court confirmed that the case was indeed legitimate, but that papers had already been served and no hearing date had yet been scheduled.
The police department said the reason they arrested me and not Josh this day is because they called to confirm if this was a real court case, and they said it was real. However, the papers have already been served, and now I'm doing this solely to get YouTube content. And if that's true, I would like to see footage of it. They released all the raw footage, and that part doesn't seem to be in the raw footage.
It's already been to court, or are you allowed to tell me kind of where they're at with the case?
There is no hearing date set, and there hasn't been a hearing in the case yet. All I see is the claim that was filed. I don't see proof of service or anything. A hearing wouldn't be set.
Wait. It literally said the opposite? So he did just straight up lie.
There is no hearing date set, and there hasn't been a hearing in the case yet. All I see is the claim that was filed. I don't see proof of service or anything.
I don't think there's been a service or anything, I think is what she said.
A hearing wouldn't be set until a response is filed by the defendant.
Okay, so the defendant needs to be served with papers before the case will, I guess, start?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your help.
I mean, they were dumb for not redacting this part.
That's all for today. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
Right here, the police officer admits that it is March 10th.
On March 10th, 2026.
However, you can see here that Josh doesn't get served until 3 days later, March 13th. So how could Josh have already been served on March 10th if he didn't get served until March 13th? Unless Josh is a time traveler. There's only one way to clear this all up. American Fork Police Department, show me the time machine. So now they say that I have done all the check marks which constitute stalking. Let's go through them.
Individual commits stalking if the individual intentionally or knowingly engages in a course of conduct directed at a specific individual.
So yes, I did do an action that was targeted at a specific individual, but that's what's required by the court if I want to take someone to court. If someone steals your stuff and you go through the legal process to take them to court, it is not considered stalking. I have a right as an American to sue him.
Is reckless as to whether that course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to fear for the individual's own safety or the safety of another.
The second check mark is that if a reasonable person would be scared. The police are claiming that since this action made Josh scared, this check mark is complete. However, they have completely forgotten about the term reasonable. As we can see, Josh is not a reasonable person. This is someone who multiple times has tried to silence someone by accusing them of being on heroin.
Here's the crazy thing. They told me that they took over that location because the owners were using the location to fund their heroin addiction. What? Yeah, and that's how they took it over, and saying they had like a pigeon in there that was crapping all over the Legos, and it smelled bad, all this stuff.
This is someone who threatened to murder me just for trying to serve him papers. This is not a reasonable person. It is not reasonable to threaten to murder someone just for serving papers. A reasonable person would accept the papers, so that second checkbox does not meet the requirements. I even tried explaining this to one of the police officers early on.
What the law says is if...
Well, I don't think Ben there. This is why you need a lawyer, Ben. It doesn't matter if he's reasonable or not. The point is that the law is to define what would meet a reasonable standard of what a reasonable person would be, regardless of the reasonability of the person that you are acting upon. Like, it's more general than that.
If the average person would feel unsafe by our behaviors, so I think he's feeling unreasonably unsafe. A reasonable person would not feel unsafe in the situation. Well, I can say the same thing. I feel unsafe trying to conduct business with him, and he calls the police on me to hide. I feel unsafe because of that. Because we had a 3-hour search in our car. He said we had heroin in our car yesterday. We had a 3-hour search in our car. That makes me feel unsafe. I think that's reasonable for me to feel unsafe. It's not reasonable for him to feel unsafe.
So Josh is actually the one who said he was going to murder me if I take him to court. But now I'm the one that's being looked into for threatening to murder Josh. How does this make any sense?
Mr. Johnson alleged that Mansell had hired Benjamin Snyder to harass, stalk, vandalize the store, threaten to murder the manager of the store.
Now let's go to the heroin claim. We got pulled over by the police, and they claimed that we had heroin on us. Most of this footage is redacted, so again, there's a big mystery of what happened. Can we all come together and convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this so we can find out the truth? However, what the police is claiming now is that they did not get a call saying that we had heroin on us. Instead, they could just tell from the second we pulled over that our eyes were glossy.
During the interaction, Officer Fraughton indicated he believed Shaw's eyes appeared glossy and expressed concern regarding possible impairment.
If we look back on the raw footage, this is what the police officer said his first interaction with us was like.
Good with these guys being able to drive?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see anything clear as day with Tyler that I noticed.
What's the goal?
Right now? Yeah, I was gonna scare him a little bit and let him go. Is all I really was gonna do.
Do we have charges, or are we just tired of them being
admitting that they're just trying to scare them? Like, what?
It seems hard to take what the chief of police is saying seriously because so far almost everything he said is a lie. So the only way we can actually find out the truth is if we unredact everything. We already know the victim's name is Joshua Johnson. Why do we have to keep that protected? His name is already out there. None of these redactions are protecting anything except for the police. And now I want to acknowledge my friend Sheldon's arrest.
The group stated they were supporting a GoFundMe campaign for a dying man. One of the individuals later identified as Sheldon Norcross. Officer Richardson then decided to seize Norcross's phone, pending the approval of a search warrant, in order to preserve potential evidence and prevent the deletion or alteration of any data. According to Officer Richardson's reports, when Norcross was informed that the phone was going to be seized, Norcross immediately began manipulating the device.
The police officer claims that Sheldon was arrested because he opened his phone to start deleting evidence. However, we can clearly see in the footage, Sheldon's thumb is heading towards that lock button to lock his phone. His phone was open when he pulled it out, and the phone was transitioning from on to off, not from off to on. From this response, it almost seems like the police officers didn't even watch the video. So American Fork Police Department, if I'm your teacher, here's your homework. First off, learn the facts of what actually happened. Second off, stop lying about the facts. No one's believing it. The third thing is unredact the audio that makes the police look bad. Some of the best lawyers in the United States are reaching out to me right now, so eventually this is going to get released. Wouldn't you just like to get this over with sooner rather than dragging this out? The more we drag this out, the more content we get, so this only benefits me to drag this out. It doesn't benefit you. If you unredact...
See, you saying that though, Ben, is like you are... I don't think you understand that you are kind of feeding into the point that they were trying to make about you.
The illegally redacted parts now, you'll win over audience support much faster. It's kind of funny because a lot of you guys probably think I'm like trying to like make fun of this other cop by how he was talking.
Brother, you mind turning up the volume? Holy, it's actual ASMR. Wow. I cannot really hear him. Why is he whispering?
No, I'm actually just like super sick right now. I haven't been sleeping, so I'm trying to get out part 3 as fast as I can. And that's caused me just to like stay up all night, every night, not sleep. And no.
Again, these claims are things that they're going to try and use against you, bro. I can already see it now. They're going to say, oh, he's sleep deprived. He clearly isn't doing well. He's so obsessed. He has this weird obsession with his content. Like, these are the types of things you don't need to say when this is going on. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Now I'm sick and have no voice. But yeah, I guess it kind of, I don't know why that police officer was talking with such a low, quiet voice, but that's why I am, at least. I wasn't making fun of him. I literally am just genuinely sick. But if you want to see part 3, subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/recklessben. Part 3 will be up there very soon. Part 2, I'm only dealing with misdemeanors, but part 3 is when they start accusing me of felonies. So it gets insane. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to crank out videos in the meantime until part 3.
He's cranking one out? Whoa, chill. 10 minutes late already. What's wrong with you? Grrr. Trying to think if there was anything else, because I have this from Lus. We can check out as well from a couple days ago. Yeah, he needs a lawyer fast. He'll have a great one very soon. It just takes some time. Don't worry. But here, let's check this out from our good lawyer. My personal lawyer, he's not. But shout out Lus. For H3Snark appeals Ethan Klein, huge win. H3Snark lawyer, Leah returns. So this is interesting. She's back.
So our good friend Leah Vodrick is back. And she's back with a appeal. Assuming my very expensive brand new air conditioning issue gets fixed today, we'll have a very long live stream available from 8 p.m. onwards, talking about H3Snark, why they filed this, what this means, and so on. So I'm shocked that they're appealing, but this would explain a few things. It would explain why Ethan Klein has kept their names secret, because he doesn't have their names yet. And it also explains that, yes, indeed, there is some type of identification information available on Reddit or Discord. Otherwise, why would these snarkers fight so hard? So in one aspect, it's kind of very negative. Right now, Ethan Klein spends more money on legal fees. Leia gets paid some amount more money to make 1,800 more pages of documents, killing X amount of trees. It's very bad stuff. But on the
I just don't even understand how you write all that up. Like, how?
other hand, I think this is a huge indicator that there's something on Reddit or Discord which would make them easily, the snarkers,
Love Lust, but his voice always sounds like it's peaking on the mic. Here, I can turn it down on my end, but I know what you mean. I don't think that would help, but
easily identifiable. Because you don't fight this hard.
He is peaking.
Unless there's something to fight over. And the only people who know what can identify them would be the H3Snarkers. So, putting that aside, what was this case about? The party was TEI, is trying to unmask the anonymous snark users. They serve subpoenas to Reddit and Discord to get the personal data of these anonymous users. There's 10 of them. The anonymous users, or the does, hired a law firm, which is Leia Rosa Revoked, and asked a California magistrate judge to kill or quash the subpoena, protect their identities, and make TI pay their attorney fees. Laughable, but that's what they wanted. They wanted Ethan Klein to pay Leia.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm sure astronomical.
Wait, so maybe I'm misunderstanding. Wait, is he saying in this appeal they're just being like, no, flip it?
Attorney fees per page. On April 29th, 2026, the judge ruled against the...
Okay, so he's just going over the facts. Sorry, I missed the part where he started. My bad. I thought he was saying that was part of the appeal. I was very confused.
Internet users denying their request and basically telling them if they have privacy concerns, they need to take it up with a court in Los Angeles, the Central District of California.
Yeah, Ethan isn't going to dox them like they have him. They just need to suck it up. I mean, the thing is, though, he's not going to dox them, but I mean, it's not a dox once their names are definitely out in like legal documents, because the point is he's going to, like, the subpoena is for the purpose of then filing a lawsuit against them as individuals, no? So, interesting thought.
specifically Denon's court, the court that Denon's is in right now. The document is a notice of appeal filed on May 29th. That was yesterday, 2026. The anonymous users are refusing to back down, and they are taking the case to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. So this is an appeal. It is real. I'm shocked they're doing this, but here we go. They're asking for something called an immediate emergency review. They're saying that because it is a final decision.
I need to figure out how to turn off this new translation feature. Fuck around, find out. Turned into outside. Outside.
And the miscellaneous case is purely from the subpoenas. There's nothing left for this specific court to decide. Therefore, it counts as a final judgment, and they have the right to appeal a final judgment. The collateral order doctrine, they argue that hiding their identities is an important constitutional right, completely separate from whatever the main lawsuit is about. If they wait until final trial to appeal, their names will already be leaked, and the damage will be irreversibly done. So again, they are assuming Ethan Klein is going to leak their names, even though there's no proof that's going to happen, right? The permanent exception, usually you can't appeal a discovery order unless someone refuses to comply and gets held in contempt of court. But the lawyers point out that these subpoenas are hitting Reddit and Discord. You can't expect tech giants to intentionally break the law and risk massive fines just to protect a user's First Amendment right. Now, this is very important to know. This is incredibly important to know. Based on a previous email chain, Reddit did respond to Ethan Klein and his lawyer, and Reddit had mentioned that they were concerned on First Amendment grounds. So it seemed to me, again, we can go back and look at the exact wording, but it seemed
they want to throw stones and then hide their hands. They want to throw stones but not tell you which glass house is theirs.
It seemed to me that Reddit via their legal counsel would have fought on their behalf, which would be H3Snark. Now it seems that H3Snark is giving up on Reddit. So Discord, no lawyers responded either way, but it seemed like they had a supporter in Reddit. Now it seems that person may not want to help anymore, because part of their argument is that Reddit is not going to risk a massive fine just to protect the H3Snark's First Amendment rights, even though that was something that was specifically mentioned by Reddit's attorney. Now, there probably is more communication that we don't know about, but it seems like Reddit may not go to bat if they get served a subpoena. And since they're active and they're responding, it would be very quick for them to turn over the information. If the Court of Appeals rejects this, Reddit and Discord will likely have to hand over the data, and these users will lose their anonymity forever. But if the users win, it will set a massive precedent. So again, this would be something new. This would be a new type of case law for online privacy rights and First Amendment protections for anonymous speech. Remember, I'm representing what we see here, and what this is being. Who is writing this is Leah Rosa Vulik. Do I agree with all of it? No, I do not agree with all of it. I don't agree with most of it. There's a few interesting points that she makes, but for the most part, this is the Leah that we know and love, right? The 1,881-page Leah. This is fascinating because, one, it tells me that Reddit may not fight it as the H3Snark used to believe. The Reddit attorneys are willing to back down now. And two, there must be something really, really easy to identify them in. They are scared. That's why they appealed this. Now, they would not, in my opinion, they would not have appealed because.
Oh, shout out Lus. Sabika the handsome devil himself. Shout out all the raiders. Welcome in. I was going to say though, I think that it's one of those things where they've definitely created, a monster out of Ethan more than he actually is. You know what I mean? Because yes, the lawsuits will suck. Lawsuits always suck. But they really do. I feel like they must actually believe that he's some malicious force that with their information will. Because that's the one part that I'll never get over was in that huge document. There was one part where it said in the does. In the statements made by the does in their own testimonies, one of them said, "I believe that Ethan Klein, if given the chance, would shoot and kill me." That was literally one of the claims that they made. And it's like, how delusional can you be that you think a multimillionaire would actually shoot some random person online? Like, it's more of a hatred of the group of snarkers as a whole, as a unit, you know what I mean? As a unifying force. The individuals are merely like, you know, you're a tumor that was caused by the cancer, you know, you merely feed off of it. They are so dumb, yeah.
Because appealing is, it's always tough to win an appeal. If one, there was no identifiable information available on Reddit, or because it's a moot point, why pay the legal fees if you can never be identified anyway? And two, if you thought Reddit's own attorneys were going to fight this on your behalf for the First Amendment. Huge case. This is going to continue on. How many more trees have to die, Leia? It's up to you. Hopefully you can be more. I mean, this is only 11 pages, but there's probably a page limit to this. Interesting. Like, very, very interesting how desperate they are to protect this Reddit information. It tells me it's very valuable, right? The more you fight over something, the more valuable that something is. Anyway,
yeah, it's like they're lightly showing their hand, I guess, in a way, where it's like they're not necessarily letting us in on anything, but they're showing that there is something important there. Here's something. I'm kind of running out of content here. They're starting much later than I was anticipating. But here is the Red State update. We know them. We love them. Rednecks, but they're actually just a couple of liberals.
Hey, Jackie, how many puppies worth of mad are you at what Trump did this week?
Oh, hell, I'd say at least 2 puppies worth of anger in me right now.
Here you go.
How many puppies angry are you?
Oh.
How many puppies worth of mad are
Here, I've got some more, don't worry. Here's a conversation to be had.
Your favorite wild game to eat? Was it deer, rabbit, turtle? What was your favorite? Fish, crappie, bluegill, bass?
I like that turtle and that rabbit and a coon.
You like to eat a coon?
Yeah.
Would you feed the coon out? Would you just kill him and cook him? If you could feed him out in like a rabbit pen, or would you just any coon from the wild? If you get
Yeah, get him out the wild. I don't want the city coon.
I got you.
If he come out the swamp, I want him.
I got you.
Pie boiler, sometimes debone him, fry him, and smother him down in that falling weight gravy. Good thick brown gravy.
So what would that be? The grease? The grease?
See, I understand people going rabbit hunting, going and doing their own thing. Going raccoon hunting is just a little, their little hands would creep me out too much.
You know, after you fry him,
yep,
pull the majority of the grease off, put some flour in there.
Yep.
Let it good and brown, and pour that water in there, the broth off the where you boil them at, and let it simmer while the biscuit browning.
Dag, you ever put a little milk in there too, or just mostly water?
Just mostly broth off the
coon.
Yeah,
or the rabbit.
Make your gravy behind.
Make some big old, and make some fresh biscuits.
And sometimes make a little cheese biscuit on. Put half of them regular biscuit, and the other half cheese biscuit.
This accent is great when it doesn't come out of a demon. Well, I don't know. This guy's eating raccoons. He's eating whatever he can find. He's truly in nature. Just he sees it all as a meal. Somebody handed me a puppy when I lost my temper after being ripped off 20 cents. Instant fix. Puppies cure everything. It's the truth. It is the truth.
There you go. There you go.
Come on.
Yeah, I got to go eat some rabbit. I used to call him, man, I'm having a rabbit and gravy up here. We're going to get some this year. We're going to cook them up. I'm telling you, we're going to go back old school.
I'm going to let you know about fall the weight then.
I'll be there. You tell me, I'll be there.
Fall the weight,
I'll
baby.
be there. What about like the turtle, like them snapping turtles, like them old loggerheads?
Yeah.
We just talked about that the other day.
Doing the same way, but I don't feel like cleaning them no more.
There's a lot of work to clean old snapping turtles.
Man.
They work. What was your favorite?
Crazy. Grandpa used to pick us up roadkill like that too. Well, that's what he's saying, that he doesn't want them as roadkill. He's actually going into the swamp and hunting raccoons. And I understand what he's saying a little bit. He wants the swamp raccoon. He doesn't want the city raccoon because the city raccoon's eating trash. They're filled with all types of chemicals, and you want the one from the swamp that's eating whatever they eat out there. It makes sense. Straight out of 6th grade. Last day, straight out of 6th grade. The last couple of weeks have a sprint. My God. The last couple of weeks, I think it's supposed to be have been a sprint. Have been a sprint between end of year concerts, ceremonies, events, staying up late watching these Spurs play. I know every mom is ready for a break, and so are the kids. Done with 6th grade.
Last day of 6th grade. Whoa, cool. Have you seen my dad, Homer Simpson?
Why is this in like 1 pixel? What is going on with Instagram? Instagram, stop. Load properly, please.
Day of 6th grade. Whoa, cool. Have you seen my dad, Homer Simpson? No, but I'll help you look. Great, let's go. Bart, help me find my dad, Homer. It's my last day of 6th grade. You got it, dude. Let's go find Homer.
Hey, you need help? We're the Spurs. Look, he's behind the bushes.
Dude, you found me. Last day of 6th grade.
Just having a little fun with AI for my kiddo graduating 6th grade. My kiddo graduating the 3rd grade. 240p Kino. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It's been doing this to me lately. Instagram doesn't want to show the videos in their full glory. Here, I'm literally just scrolling through my likes, seeing what else I have on here. Because I don't always show everything. But I usually do have some gold left over as well.
When I was 13, I had my first love. There was nobody that compared to my baby, nobody can refuse, no could ever come above. She had me going crazy, oh I was starstruck. She woke me up daily, don't need no Starbucks. She made my heart pound, I skip a beat when I see her in the street and at school on the playground. But I really wanna see her on a weekend, she knows she got me dazing, cause she was so amazing. And now my heart is breaking, but I just keep on saying
June 1st, guys. 20.
And they've started. Okay, that's what it's going to be for me. I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I'll see you back again then. I do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Is there something else I was going to say? No, I don't think so. But yes, it has been a whole lot of fun. You are all amazing in your own special way.